Picture this, the early 20th century, a time of innovation, ambition, and limitless dreams. And at the heart of it all, a ship unlike any other was born. In 1909, in the bustling shipyards of Belfast, Ireland, thousands of workers embarked on a project that would make history. The Titanic, an engineering masterpiece designed to be the largest, most luxurious, and safest ship the world had ever seen. 3 years of tireless labor, over 26,000 tons of steel, and millions of rivets brought this vision to life, towering above the docks. Her sheer size was unmatched, her elegance unparalleled. From her grand staircase to her opulent dining halls, every detail was crafted to perfection. The Titanic was more than just a ship, it was a symbol of progress. A floating palace promising an unforgettable journey across the Atlantic. On May 31, 1911, the world watched as this colossal creation touched the water for the first time, a triumphant moment, the culmination of years of effort. But the journey wasn't over yet. Over the next year, her interiors would be completed, her engines tested, and her crew assembled. Yet, hidden beneath the excitement, there were decisions that would seal her fate. Fewer lifeboats than needed, warnings unheeded, and a trust in technology that would prove devastating. And so, on April 10, 1912, Titanic set sail on her maiden voyage, a voyage meant to be legendary. But no one could have foreseen how her story would truly unfold. This is the tale of dreams realized, of ambition meeting tragedy, the Titanic, a marvel of human innovation, remembered as the ship that changed history forever. The Titanic, perhaps the most infamous ship in history, has captured the imagination of millions. For over a century, the story of its tragic sinking is as haunting as it is fascinating. But did you know that finding the Titanic's final resting place was a mission filled with secrecy, failures, and groundbreaking discoveries? Today, we'll take you on an extraordinary journey through time, one that begins on the fateful night of April 15, 1912, and ends over 73 years later with the Titanic's rediscovery at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Let's dive in. In 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage, a journey that promised luxury, innovation, and speed. However, in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, tragedy struck. At 11:40 p.m. on April 14th, the Titanic collided with an iceberg. What followed was a chaotic and devastating series of events that would lead to the loss of over 1,500 lives. As the ship took on water, the Titanic's crew sent out desperate Morse code distress signals. One of these signals read, "CQD, come quickly, distress." It was sent to the RMS Carpathia, a nearby ship that would ultimately rescue over 700 survivors. However, despite their quick response, the Carpathia arrived hours after the Titanic had disappeared. Beneath the waves, the distress signals were critical not only for saving lives, but also for future search efforts. These signals gave researchers an approximate location of the Titanic's resting place. But as we'll see, finding the ship wasn't as simple as following coordinates. The Titanic didn't go down peacefully, it broke apart and scattered debris across miles of ocean floor, complicating the search for decades to come. The Titanic's sinking shocked the world, and for decades, people dreamed of locating the shipwreck. However, the technology of the early 1900s wasn't advanced enough to search the depths of the Atlantic. That didn't stop people from trying. In 1953, Riston Beasley made one of the first serious attempts to locate the Titanic. He used a loud, eruptive device, essentially dynamite, to create sound waves that would bounce off the ocean floor. While this method had scientific merit, it ultimately failed. The Titanic remained hidden, and Beasley's expedition ended in disappointment. Fast forward to the 1970s, when Jack Grimm, an eccentric billionaire, decided to take matters into his own hands. Grimm was no stranger to wild expeditions. He had previously searched for Noah's Ark, the Loch Ness Monster, and even Bigfoot. For his Titanic mission, Grimm donated money to Columbia University in exchange for access to their advanced equipment. Grimm's search team used sonar technology to map the ocean floor, but their efforts were derailed by unexpected challenges, including bad weather and malfunctioning equipment. Grimm also had a penchant for unorthodox methods. He famously tried to bring a monkey named Titan aboard, believing it could help locate the ship. Unsurprisingly, the scientists on his team were less than thrilled with this idea. Grimm's expeditions were ambitious, but ultimately unsuccessful. Despite these failures, each attempt brought researchers closer to understanding the complexities of deep-sea exploration. The Titanic was proving to be an elusive prize, hidden in the vast, unforgiving depths of the Atlantic. The turning point in the search for the Titanic came in the 1980s, thanks to a man named Robert Ballard, an oceanographer with a background in marine geology. Ballard brought a unique combination of scientific expertise and innovative thinking to the mission. Ballard's breakthrough came as part of a secret U.S. Navy mission. Officially, his job was to locate two nuclear submarines, the USS Thresher and the USS Scorpion, that had sunk. In the 1960s, unofficially, Ballard struck a deal with the Navy. Once the submarines were found, he could use the remaining time and resources to search for the Titanic using an unmanned submarine vehicle called Argo. Ballard developed a new strategy. Instead of looking for the Titanic itself, he focused on finding its debris field. This comet trail of wreckage would eventually lead back to the main ship. In 1985, after weeks of searching, Ballard's team finally spotted something unusual on the ocean floor. At first, it looked like a pile of rocks, but as the camera zoomed in, the shapes became unmistakable. A boiler, a piece of the hull, and other fragments of the Titanic. The team followed the debris trail until they found what they had been searching for: the Titanic's bow, sitting upright on the ocean floor. The discovery was bittersweet. The Titanic was no longer a lost relic. It was a haunting reminder of human ambition and vulnerability. Over the next few years, researchers would return to the site to document and study the wreck, uncovering new details about the ship's construction, sinking, and legacy. The rediscovery of the Titanic in 1985 was a monumental achievement, but it also raised important questions. Should the wreck be preserved as a historical site, or should artifacts be salvaged for museums? Opinions were divided, but one thing was clear: the Titanic continued to captivate the world. The wreck revealed details about the ship's final moments. For example, researchers discovered that the Titanic didn't sink in one piece. It broke apart as it descended, scattering debris over a wide area. This finding contradicted many early theories and even challenged Hollywood's portrayal of the disaster. Artifacts recovered from the wreck, such as personal belongings, tools, and pieces of the ship, provided a poignant glimpse into the lives of those aboard. These items are now displayed in museums around the world, ensuring that the Titanic story is never forgotten. Today, the Titanic serves as a powerful symbol of human ingenuity and hubris. Its story continues to inspire books, documentaries, and movies, reminding us of the fragility of life and the importance of learning from history. And so, the Titanic's journey from its construction to its tragic sinking and eventual rediscovery comes to an end. The ship may rest on the ocean floor, but its story lives on in the hearts and minds of people around the world. The search for the Titanic wasn't just about finding a shipwreck. It was a testament to human determination, innovation, and the enduring power of curiosity. From the desperate distress signals sent in 1912 to the groundbreaking discovery in 1985, the Titanic's tale is one of triumph and tragedy, mystery, and revelation. As we look back on this incredible story, we are reminded of the importance of preserving our history and honoring the lives lost on that fateful night. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the depths of the Titanic's legacy.